So I have been staring at my screen for about 3 hours now, just trying to process the absolute mess that is happening in Port Charles right now. And honestly, my brain is fried. I am so tired, you guys. I've been covering General Hospital for what feels like 100 years at this point, and sometimes I just have to sit back and ask myself what the writers are actually thinking. But here we are again, and I have to talk about it because my inbox is literally exploding. So let's just dive right into the absolute chaos that is coming up, starting with the Curtis Ashford situation, because I genuinely do not know whether to laugh or cry for this man. Let's be real for a second. Curtis is about to get the shock of his life, and I am not entirely sure his heart can take it. We already know that Portia Robinson is pregnant, which was a whole massive dramatic thing on its own because of her affair with Isaiah, and the whole DNA test drama that Alexis is helping Curtis with. But now the spoilers are telling us that Jordan Ashford is pregnant too. Yes, you heard me right. Double daddy news for Curtis. What are the actual odds of this happening? Who actually believes this is going to end well for anyone involved? But the kicker here is how the news is going to come out. Portia is going to find out that Jordan is pregnant before Jordan even has a chance to tell Curtis. And you just know Portia is going to use this. You guys remember a few episodes ago, well, maybe more than a few, when Jordan found out Portia had a bun in the oven and went running straight to Curtis to blab about it. Yeah, Portia remembers. Portia absolutely remembers. So now Portia is sitting on this massive secret about Jordan, and she has to decide if she is going to take the high road or get revenge. Honestly, knowing Portia and how defensive she gets when she is backed into a corner, I fully expect her to spill the beans. She's already dealing with the fallout of her own lies, and now she has the perfect ammunition to throw right back at Jordan. It would serve Jordan right, honestly, but maybe I'm being too harsh. I don't know. I change my mind about these characters every 5 minutes. 1 minute I feel bad for Portia, the next minute I want to scream at my TV. But Curtis, man, Curtis is just standing in the middle of this hurricane getting battered from all sides. 2 babies, at his age, with 2 different women who absolutely cannot stand each other right now. It is peak soap opera and I am here for it, even if it makes my head hurt. But let's move on to the other massive train wreck happening right now, which is the Lulu Spencer, Nathan West, Maxie Jones, and Dante Falconeri, Square of Doom. I have so many thoughts on this. So many thoughts. First of all, Lulu and Nathan are getting closer, and they are finally gearing up to tell Dante about the feelings they have developed for each other. Which, okay, fine. Nathan is supposed to be dead. Lulu was in a coma for over a year. They bonded while Maxie was in her own coma. It's complicated, but Maxie is absolutely losing her mind over this. Maxie is not playing around. She is furious that her best friend is having an emotional affair with her thought-to-be-dead husband. And look, I get why Maxie is upset. I really do. It's weird. It's super weird. But also, Maxie literally chose to be with Damian Spinelli right after she woke up from her coma. She made her choice. So fans on social media are going crazy, saying Maxie has no right to be mad, and part of me agrees. You can't have your cake and eat it too, Maxie. You can't tell Nathan you want Spinelli, and then get mad when Nathan moves on with your best friend. But then again, it's Lulu. That's a massive betrayal of girl code. So I see both sides. I really do. But Maxie being Maxie, she decides she isn't going to just sit back and let them control the narrative. She literally beats Lulu and Nathan to the punch. She goes straight to Dante's PCPD office and tells him everything before Lulu and Nathan even get there. When Lulu and Nathan show up at the station, they open the door and boom, there's Maxie, and Dante looks absolutely aggravated. And who can blame him? Dante used to be the cool, reasonable guy in the room. He really was. But lately, he has just been through too much. How is he going to react to his ex-wife and baby mama hooking up with one of his closest friends? Will he be as upset as Maxie is? Honestly, Dante and Lulu have been broken up for a long time. Even before her coma, they were done. So maybe he just gives them his blessing and tells them to get out of his office. I mean, he has his own stuff going on. He has been getting really close with Elizabeth Baldwin lately. Something steamy is definitely brewing there. So maybe Dante just doesn't care enough to fight about it. Speaking of Elizabeth, we have to talk about Rick Lansing. Oh, Rick. Rick. What Are We Going to Do With You Rick is back, and he is super excited about starting a brand new romantic chapter with Liz. He really thinks this is his moment. He hopes for a bright future, but Dante's sudden interest in Elizabeth is going to throw a massive wrench in Rick's plans. And honestly, I am Team Dante on this one. Rick has burned Liz so many times. He always comes back with these grand promises, and then he does something incredibly shady and ruins it. I just want Elizabeth to be happy. Is that too much to ask? Probably. It's Port Charles. No one is allowed to be happy for more than 3 episodes. And while Dante is dealing with his complicated love life, he is also still working the Delilah investigation for the PCPD. Nathan is actually helping out with this too, uncovering some new clues. They are trying to figure out Delilah's past and her family. And this brings me to a really interesting spoiler that I did not see coming. Jacinda Bracken. Jacinda is suddenly deciding to deepen her connection with Michael Corinthos by opening up about her past. And the timing of this is just way too suspicious. Why is Jacinda suddenly ready to spill details about her history right when the police are digging into Delilah's mystery? There's a very good chance her history is related to Delilah's, and of course she tells Michael. Because Michael Corinthos is apparently the official sounding board for every woman in Port Charles who has a dark, mysterious past. I swear Michael just stands there looking attentive and women just dump their trauma on him. It's a gift, I guess. Okay, let's take a breath and look at something a little less depressing. Harrison Chase and Brooklyn Quartermain. They are just the cutest. Brooklyn is recovering at GH, and they are both super hopeful about becoming foster parents to baby Jane Doe once the poor little premature thing is strong enough to leave the NICU. They are putting in the request and dealing with the paperwork to bring her to the Quartermain mansion. It's sweet. It really is. But I have been watching this show way too long to trust a happy foster story. You just know that the minute they get attached to this baby Delilah's family, or the biological dad is going to show up and demand custody. It's gonna be heartbreaking. I am already preparing myself to cry over Chase looking sad holding a baby blanket. Just wait for it. Now let's talk about Giovanni Palmieri, or Gio. Gio is dealing with some drama involving Emma Scorpio Drake. And who does he go to for advice? Sonny Corinthos. Let that sink in for a second. Sonny Corinthos, the mob boss who has been married like 20 times and has the most chaotic personal life in the history of television, is giving relationship advice to a young kid. And the crazy part is, Gio actually takes the advice. Gio appreciates Sonny steering him in the right direction. I mean, I guess Sonny knows a thing or two about grand romantic gestures, but I really hope he didn't advise Gio to kidnap Emma or buy her an island. Okay, that sounded dramatic, but you get what I mean. It's just funny to me. Sonny playing the wise, romantic mentor. Sure, why not? But we have to get to the main event. The absolute biggest, most stressful storyline happening right now? Jason Morgan. Jason and Britt Westbourne. I am so stressed about this. I can barely type. So Jason has arranged this massive escape plan. He and Britt are planning to disappear to Canada. Why Canada? I don't know. It's cold, it's big, it's easy to hide in, I guess. They need to go there so Britt can have her medication reverse engineered. It's a desperate move. Jason is trying to save her. He made a promise to stick around, but he knows they have to run. But of course, the escape plan is bound to go wrong. When does a plan ever go right for Jason Morgan? Never. Jack Brennan has already warned Jocelyn that there is a traitor in the WSB, and that traitor is Ross Cullum. Britt was the one who tipped Brennan off about Cullum in the first place, and now Brennan is terrified because he knows how lethal Cullum is. If Cullum finds out they are onto him, they are all dead. And it looks like Ross Cullum is going to catch on to Jason and Britt's plan. The spoilers say Cullum could completely ruin their attempt to get to Canada. And this is where I start to panic. The show has been dropping all these grim hints about Jason's departure. We know Jason is leaving again. The week of March 23 to 27 is paving the way for his exit. And it says Jason could be headed for some kidnapping chaos or even some presumed death mayhem, depending on what Cullum has in store. Presumed death. Again. How many times can Jason Morgan die? Seriously? How many times? He falls off a bridge, he gets shot, he gets blown up, a tunnel collapses on him, and now he might be killed by a rogue WSB agent while trying to smuggle Brit to Canada. My heart cannot take it. And think about the fallout. Think about Danny. Jason has been trying to set things up for Danny. Considering making Alexis his guardian because of the whole restraining order mess with Drew and Willow keeping Scout away. Danny just lost his mom, Sam. He is completely broken. And now he is going to lose his dad too. It is just cruel. It is so cruel to that kid. And Brit. Brit is going to face a crushing blow because Jason won't be able to keep his promise to stick around. If Jason gets kidnapped or killed by Cullum, Brit is going to be left all alone, sick and devastated. I am honestly dreading watching this unfold. I care about these characters way too much. I really do. And then there is Carly. Jason just caught Carly in a secret meeting with Valentin Cassadine. Jason ripped into her, told her to cut ties with Valentin, but we all know Carly never listens to anyone. She is going to keep doing what she wants, and now Jason is going to disappear while being mad at her. The guilt Carly is going to feel if Jason goes missing or dies right after their massive fight. It's going to be epic. Carly and Brennan also have a shocking encounter coming up at Bobby's, and I bet it has something to do with Cullum or Valentin. It is all connected. It is all a giant, messy, beautiful disaster. I just don't know how they are going to wrap all of this up. The Windermere dinner party, hosted by Sidwell, is also happening in the background of all this, with Marco Rios panicking and Pascal probably getting killed and Valentin sneaking around the catacombs. Port Charles is literally a powder keg right now, and someone is holding a match. Between Curtis finding out about 2 babies, Maxie trying to ruin Lulu's love life, Jason facing death by WSB traitor, and Sunny giving teen romance advice. I am exhausted. I am so exhausted. I need to go to sleep. But you know, I will be right back here tomorrow watching every single second of it because I am completely addicted to this show. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Am I crazy for being mad at Maxie? Do you think Jason is really going to die again? Help me make sense of this. Please.